The top military officer in the US says he may still advise President Obama to deploy ground troops to Iraq to combat Islamic State militants. Up until now, US involvement has been limited to airstrikes, but General Martin Dempsey told senators he could make a recommendation for ground forces if there was a threat to the United States. Park Ji-won reports.
Speaking in a Senate committee room on Tuesday, Chairman of the U.S. Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Martin Dempsey, emphasized that there could be a scenario in which Washington would consider deploying ground troops to defeat Islamic State militants.
If there are threats to the United States, then I, of course, would go back to the President and make a recommendation that may include the use of U.S. military ground forces.
In response to Dempsey's remarks, the White House, Pentagon, and the State Department all reaffirmed the president's position that they have no intention of sending ground troops into Iraq in a combat role. Instead, they said U.S. troops will remain there in advisory roles only. So far, President Obama has repeatedly stated that there will be no American boots on the ground and that the U.S. will focus on airstrikes while other global coalition countries from Arab states take care of ground-based missions. Regardless of the U.S. military's future roles, Defense Secretary Chuck Hagel stressed the fight requires a concerted effort.
We're at war with ISIL as we are with al-Qaeda. But destroying ISIL will require more than military efforts alone. It will require political progress in the region and effective partners on the ground in Iraq and Syria.
The U.S. has launched expanded airstrikes in Iraq this week in support of Kurdish and Iraqi troops confronting militants on the ground as they try to push back the advance of the Islamic State. Park Ji-won, Arirang News.